Nope. 7 minutes, sir.
Hello and welcome. My name is Tyler Shimon. I'm the founder of WealthVisors. Quick background on myself. I went to Old Dominion for a couple of years back in 2004 after I graduated from Cape Henry. I absolutely love the stock market. I've been trading since I was 16. My first trade was on WorldCom. Lost my entire investment, got myself back on my feet, and then I bought 1,000 shares of Netflix in 2004. If I had held on to that investment, I might not be here right now, but that's besides the point because the last 15 years I've cultivated a lot of different things that I'm talking about. So WealthVisors is my new startup. It just launched in 2018, and it's a way to take the confusion out of investing through the robo-advisory evolution that's happening. And we provide users with custom-tailored trading portfolios. We give them education. I have a previous business that's kind of segued into this, so education is very important. And people can kind of grow and learn and get customized investment advice because we're fiduciaries. I have my Series 65 license, and that's number one. Number two is the problem. So the hybrid and the robo-advisory business is massive. Right now, it's growing very rapidly. There's some big players already out there, but the main thing is that there's tens of millions of Americans that have serious pain in their financial lives. They're living outside their means, they're living paycheck to paycheck. And what's happening now is a massive transfer of wealth. So the millennial market is going to be inheriting about $30 trillion in the next 20 years. And they, like it or not, they use this all the time. So people are using their smartphones to manage their investments, to talk with their advisors, to pay bills, to do all these different things. So what we're doing is we're building an application that you can have all of this centralized data of your finances. You can track your wealth. You can see what you're doing. We have the tools, the proprietary algorithms to help automate this process. One of the key distinct factors that we have is options trading. So I'm a big derivatives guy, and I love options, and that's one of the pivotal competitive advantages that we have that's going to serve the client. That is very important because no one's doing that yet. Also, the market size, as I kind of briefly mentioned, this is some stats that I kind of wanted to show you real fast. The industry is evolving very fast, and it's going to get bigger. So with the $32 trillion that's underway with these next Gen Y and Gen X, our target market, we're not going after baby boomers per se. That's kind of the hybrid model with this business. Is like as a personal advisor, I can manage a baby boomer's money, but this is a scalable platform that's going to serve a very wide, large audience in a semi-automated way. And then the reason that we're going to be successful is, number one, we've done the homework. We've developed a lot of IP. I have 6 trademarks. I have about 100+ domain names. We've got a lot of marketing knowledge. And having things already set up, about a 10,000 person email list, a lot of affiliates and joint ventures to help spread the awareness, doing some media buys, doing things that can get us in front of a lot of people very fast, and knowing our numbers is number one. Our cost per acquisition, our lifetime value, these are all things that have been figured out so that we know that we're not going to be going into a black hole. This is kind of what it looks like. So the onboarding stage, you can kind of see someone fills out their questionnaire. Suitability is number one. We want to make sure we're getting the right thing. So we have built an algorithm that is called an investor score. So 1 through 100, they get this, they go through this process, they understand where they're at and what the most suitable investments are. And then the platform on the mobile version kind of looks like this. So you can see what positions you have as far as asset class. You can dive deeper into a certain asset class. I'm going to run through this for time constraints. But you can see, like in this segment, this is the managed account overview. So this can kind of give you an idea of how it looks, and it definitely takes a lot more than 7 minutes to get into this. But once the investments are in, our platform, our biggest kind of piece of technology that I am extremely passionate about is tracking your investments. If I can see all the trades that I've done the last 15 years and learn from them and to extract metrics and data that can be replicated in the current markets, I think that's huge. So this model is going to have very strong tracking for all your asset classes and everything that you've done so that you can continue to see what you're doing, where you're going, and if you're on the right track to reach your goals. This kind of shows another view, how you can kind of filter, you can segment, you can have all these different ways to look at things. If you're more of a visual person like myself, you can see what's called risk profiles. So you can see like you have a position on, if it's an option position, has to be above a certain price and where it might be, it just gives you more edge. And when someone's trading for you, you can have the ability to know if things are working, if your advisor's doing a good job, or if you have to make adjustments. Now the education piece, this is my last business that I've rolled into this because as an advisor now there's a conflict, so I've basically taken a six-figure business and put it into this so that all the clients, everyone coming in, has a very strong, robust educational suite of about 700 videos talking through all the different avenues of how they can be, smart, self-directed traders, ask better questions to their advisors, and be kind of in the know. And not really, because a lot of people, they don't really know what their advisors are doing and what their money's doing. So having education is pivotal for our value proposition. Now, trade scans is another piece of IP that we have the rights on. That's one of our, it's kind of a sub-brand, like an affinity product. So when you have, this platform and you start to get tracking and you start to get data, we can extract that, build algorithms and formulas to give you dynamic, real-time trade scans so that you never have a loss of what's the next trade. Where do I do this? So that is something that a lot of people who've already pilot studied that they need more ideas because people have trouble finding the next trade recommendation. So that's what this is all about. Now, some of our competitors, you can see Betterment, Wealthfront, Personal Capital, those are the big three. Those are all billion-dollar-ish companies that have been, in the last 10 years, formed. None of them have really robust trading education. They only offer individual stuff. They don't, some of them do, Personal Capital does, but a lot of them are super plain vanilla. It's like the 1.0 of this, and this is our content strategy. We're gonna have a full marketing plan, organic brand positioning. We have the business model, so this is important. We make money on assets under management, 1%. I wasn't right. I'll leave it on that screen because that's probably the most important screen.
Okay, judges, 5 minutes.
So to start with, you've got software. It's developed.
It's in development right now. I have $2 million under management of private money, but right now the platform is in beta. It's been developed for the last year.
What's your investment to date in developing that software?
About 150.
150,000.
Yeah.
And what's your ask?
My ask?
What are you looking for?
I mean, that's a great question. I'm looking to get feedback, to refine the pitch, and to find a company or a partner that can give me advice and a mid-six-figure investment to build this out.
What would be that mid-six-figure? You have to have.
500.
Okay, that's what you need to know.
What are you going after with this platform?
Gen X and Gen Y is our target market, and people that are 50,000 to 150,000 income in somewhat more affluent areas that have money that's being saved that they need help putting it into segmented portfolios that are suitable for them.
Versus an index fund versus, so you want people in this segment who are actively trading, learning how to do that.
I think it's a mix. So I think one of the things is we're going to pick stocks that are suitable and they can save on the expense ratios with those ETFs. So it's a mix. I mean, you're going to definitely have some ETFs, but a lot of it is kind of getting really into the realm of what's the next good investment that's for you, whether it's another tech stock coming out or some type of maybe undervalued industrial company or whatever it is. So I think giving a good diversity of stock selection is definitely going to be more of our value proposition, our focus.
So, are trades executed here, or is there an underlying institution like Schwab or E-Trade behind it where the trades actually happen?
That's a great question. So right now I'm set up on TD Ameritrade Institutional, but that's for like the higher end stuff. This is through Apex Clearing. They do all clearing, and all money is through them. We have no custody of assets. All we do is advise and have the technology to make sure that the clients are taken care of and that they're happy with what they're getting. And then we extract their fees on a quarterly basis directly from their account with, of course, pre-authorized consent.
And so somebody on here, let's say they took your videos, would they learn about putting in stop losses, and then would they be able to put that in place directly through your app?
100%.
Right.
And that's one of the things that we've learned, like with Robinhood. Like I've done a lot of work on that platform. There's some missing, but they also have come a long way, and they have a phenomenal reach in the market with their 3 million users. But I've noticed things with their platform that I could fill a huge gap with tracking, with option sets. You can trade options on their platform now, but they're missing a lot. And it's like you can't do a good till cancel order. Like if I put a trade on Robinhood, I can't have that order pending for more than 1 day, which is a complete problem. So there's little nuances like that that I definitely am gonna fix.
If you had the 500K, how long until you get your first customer, your first 100 customer, your first?
That's a great question. So we'll definitely be taking customers now because I already am doing that, but a good year to 16 months to build a platform to where we can do like a full scale launch and like blast it out to hundreds of thousands of people with all these email lists. But I would say 16 months because we've already developed a lot already. I've already invested a lot of time and money to get to this point. So now it's just finding talent and getting partners on board to help build it out at a much higher level.
What would be the customer number that you would be looking for once this was rolled out? What would be the sweet spot for a number of customers that you would be looking
That's a
at?
good question. So about 30 per day. Average account size is about 4,000 to 5,000. So if we can add 100,000 a day on the platform, which is very doable. I've studied the ADV forms, which is the public disclosure of what other companies are doing. So I have numbers of what other startups are doing. And I know that adding 30 people a day at an average $4,000 or $5,000 account balance is going to get us to that, couple $1 million a month of AUM, which, once you have that and you bring in more money, it's just a scaling game. It's just a matter of, pumping more money into it.
So you're obviously really passionate about this. What does the company that supports all of this look like? It's not just you, so tell me what the rest looks like.
So, yeah, we have about 5 people. Wayne's one of them over here. He's kind of the guy that spearheaded me to come out to this and kind of gets me out because I'm always in the screens and trading and everything. So he's been great, but we have about 5 guys.
Okay.
One of my key guys has been with me for 5 and 6 years. He does all my web, CSS. I have an engineer, but he just got stolen from Nike. So